A billionaire CEO was getting ready to marry his fiancée when disaster struck. On his way to pick up the wedding rings, he was involved in a terrible car accident. Convinced he was going to die, the CEO lost consciousness. That same evening, a young woman was driving when she accidentally hit the unconscious CEO lying in the road. Panicked, she immediately got out to check on him. He was still unconscious but thankfully still breathing. Terrified that she had seriously injured him, the girl and her mother quickly lifted him into their car to rush him to the hospital. Just as they were debating which hospital to go to, the CEO suddenly woke up. Both women were startled when he sat up, and fearing he might turn around and blame them for the accident, the girl decided to take him home instead. Once there, she discovered that the CEO seemed to have amnesia. He couldn't remember anything. Her younger brother happened to notice the CEO's expensive watch and looked it up on his phone, discovering it was worth $2 million. The girl was completely stunned by this revelation, but she was already in too deep. Worried about getting caught for the hit and run, she decided not to call the police and instead kept the CEO at their house until his memory returned. She put him to work helping out at their family's small shop. However, the CEO's natural business instincts kicked in, and within just a few days, he had transformed their struggling store into a thriving business. Seeing this dramatic change, the girl began to suspect there was more to his identity than met the eye, but since he was still suffering from amnesia, she decided not to press the issue and continued to let him work for free. One day, the girl encountered an elderly fortune teller who asked her if she had recently met a special man. The girl immediately thought of the CEO. The fortune teller then told her that this man was her destined husband. The girl couldn't believe what she was hearing. The truth was, after spending all this time together, she had already fallen in love with the CEO, she just hadn't realized it yet. Later, when the girl took the CEO into the mountains to forage for wild vegetables, they accidentally fell into a deep pit. The girl twisted her ankle in the fall, and the CEO gently examined her injury. In that tender moment, she finally realized she had fallen in love with him. The CEO also fell for her at that very same moment. Wanting to do things properly, the CEO went to ask the girl's mother for permission to marry her daughter. To his shock, the mother vehemently opposed the match because she didn't want her daughter marrying a man who had nothing to offer. Devastated by these words, the CEO decided to leave and find work to earn money, planning to return and propose once he had built up some savings. Just as the CEO left to find work, the girl discovered he was gone and frantically rushed to the docks to find him. But by the time she arrived, the ship had already sailed far into the distance.